Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Tanek127 and welcome back to Tanek FPS. Man. Battlefield 2042. It's here, it's pretty, and it's fun. You guys are seeing gameplay of it running on Xbox Series S right now. The reason I picked Xbox Series S because I have the Series S and I have the PlayStation 5 and I have the beta on both platforms. I wanted to show you all the Series S gameplay because whenever I showcase a game, I like to give it, in its lowest quality form. And the Series S being the weakest out of the next-gen consoles, I want to show the version that most people are going to end up playing, because it's a more affordable console. So, there's an appeal. Most people will tend to jump to the Series S. Me personally, I'm human. I'd rather pay $300 than $400 or $500. I mean, that's just, how it is. If it wasn't for content creation, I would not own both of these consoles because I didn't want both of these consoles. But the point is, I'm just trying to, to give a realistic version for what, most people are going to go for. But the point is, the game runs phenomenal on both. It looks good on Series S, it looks good on PS5. If it looks good on PS5, I'm sure it looks phenomenal on the Series X. Now, there are some serious issues with this beta, and I can definitely see why they delayed the game now. Like, it has screen flickering issues. There's definitely some pop-in environmental stuff. I don't know if that's strictly a Series S problem or something that happens on both platforms, but that definitely needs to be worked on, especially for a Battlefield game that's going to have crossplay. But I was mad about the delay recently, but judging by the quality of this beta, I'm definitely understanding why they decided to go ahead and delay this game, and I think that's good. But my one problem with this beta is just the way it's been presented as a whole, and the way they are doing this beta is terrible, absolutely terrible. Everything that they've done with this beta so far has been wrong, from the lack of communication to the way it's been presented to how short it is, being a month away from launch. We have a beta that's running from the 6th to the 9th, where early access is given on the 6th to only people that pre-order, have Game Pass or EA access, and the beta's only going to be open to everybody who can play, for everyone to play on every platform, for a day. And this is a massive sandbox shooter. The small COD game, they gave multiple different betas for weekends and weeks at a time. And their game is based on 6v6, 10v10, and at the most, I think, 40 or 50 something players. This is a 128 player game. They have a small 3 or 4 day beta. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me, not one bit. And not to mention, COD's been doing cross-play a little bit longer than EA has with their games, so I think, this beta having a little bit longer would have been something smarter to do. And not to mention, one mode, one map. Is this a beta or is it supposed to be a graphical showcase? I'm kind of confused here with this. And the one thing about this is, of course, the mode they pick is Conquest, which, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with Conquest. It's a fun mode. But for new players, especially people who are getting into Battlefield for the first time, this is not a good way to introduce them to Battlefield. Now, me personally, my Battlefield experience started with Bad Company 2. I actually played MLG game battles for Bad Company 2 for about a good 2 or 3 years. And with Bad Company 2, the way I was introduced to Battlefield was with the mode Rush. And I feel like, just a lot of people who are jumping into Battlefield for the first time who have never played before, I feel like Rush or even, some type of war mode or anything else besides Conquest may have been a better way to introduce them to the game. Because Conquest, while it's a fun, massive mode, it shows what the Battlefield sandbox and the destruction and all the glory is about. It's a good mode for showcasing. But Conquest is the mode for the Battlefield veterans. That's not a mode you throw a first timer in. They're going to dive into that, look at that. They're going to see all those multiple objectives on that huge ass map with 128 players. And then not to mention each one of these objectives has 2 or 3 of their own objectives built into it. They're going to be looking around like, what? Huh? Like, I'm just saying, the way this beta's been done and whoever is marketing this and came up with the idea of how this beta was going to go, it's just been terribly presented. And, you know, the way it's representing this game scares me. All right, and like I said, I'm not saying Conquest is bad or anything, but Conquest is one of the staples of Battlefield. But I highly suggest that, you know, there should have been multiple modes, you know, something so people could just, you know, try out the combat raw, maybe like a small team deathmatch, or even throw rush in there, or, you know, some type of war mode or something like that. You know, something that's more controlled and you know, smaller scale. I do think something like that should have been part of this beta. But I mean, the beta feels great. The gunplay is nice. The attachment system is cool. You know, it's a little bit inconvenient, especially, you know, when you're trying to do it in the midst of heavy combat. But, you know, it's a good system. I'm really happy with the time to kill. I like the movement. I like how it feels. As a guy playing on console, I really didn't feel at a disadvantage against any PC players. I personally didn't have any experience with cheaters. I have a few friends and people online who, you know, who claim they have been. So I don't know how much the cheating situation has been addressed or dealt with during the beta. I personally really haven't been keeping track of that. But me personally, I haven't dealt with any or had any issues like that. But overall, you know, it's been a fun experience. It's just, I really wish this beta would have showed more of what Battlefield had to offer, rather than, you know, hey, this is what Battlefield looks like. And, you know, for a sample for a game that, you know, that people are, you know, supposed to be pre-ordering and buying, that comes out in a month, I don't think this beta was a good showcase of that. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know how you guys are feeling down in the comments below. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like button. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.